EA Sports welcomes you to another great NFL matchup. I'm glad you could join us for tonight's matchup. This should be a very interesting game as the Titans get set to take on the Chargers. The crowd is ready, the teams are ready, so let's get tonight's game going. Katie is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Williams back to return.
This one is handled by Williams. Williams accelerates and takes it down to the 34.
The Titans first and 10 will start the drive at the 34-yard line. First and 10.
Here we come.
White, the lone back.
Everything you got.
Hand it off to the back. Williams is there for the tackle at the 39-yard line.
A tough running game will make your passing attack even more effective.
5-yard gain.
Second and 5. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Watch your man.
Going to the right. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss.
They didn't fool anybody with that play call. The defense knew what was coming, and they shut that thing down quickly.
Ball on their own 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Come on. Yes, on. Set. Watch it outside. Hey, here we go. They ain't got nothing. Let's go. All right, now. No more.
Drops back.
Go it down.
Going long. And he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
You talk about great concentration. Watch this. He's able to keep his feet in bounds, make the catch on a perfectly placed pass.
This might be a good challenge by the coach.
The call in the field is questionable. They're going to review it, and this one might get reversed.
It appeared he did a great job of keeping his balance along the sidelines.
Yeah, and the only question is, did he step out? That's what I think they're looking for in the booth.
The player was out of bounds when he caught the ball. Incomplete pass.
And that challenge was a good decision as the call is overturned.
Well, sometimes the official sees what you see, and sometimes he sees something else. But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
Fair catch called for.
Fair catch made at the 22-yard line.
LaDainian Tomlinson anticipates having a big game today, John. You could tell when we sat down with him yesterday just how confident he is.
Yeah, he's feeling good, and he's getting the ball during key plays. He's a great player. He's thinking end zone every time he touches a ball.
Tomlinson, the deep back. Parker comes in motion.
Go. Deuce it. Here we go.
Hand it off. Sheds the catch. Ainsworth comes up to make the play. At the 29-yard line, Tomlinson running hard, going right through the arm tackles.
Second and 3. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Check it.
The Titans with a four-man front.
Let's go. Under 10. Defense, get ready.
Pumps. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. That little dump off will move the chains.
I'll tell you, this guy is known as one of the most accurate quarterbacks around. And part of that is because he makes a lot of passes like these. They're almost like long handoffs.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Hey, score! Hold the look!
The Titans come out in the 46. Kicks it off to the back. Thornton is there for the tackle at the 35. Tomlinson battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup.
Second and 9. Ball on the 35-yard line.
One of us gonna make a play. Play hard and fast, baby.
Looking upfield. Setting up play action. Throwing. Broken up.
He has a knack for making a big play. And that was another one right there.
Parker was his intended target.
Third and 9. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's on. Here we go.
Rivers sends a man in motion.
Here I go. Stay in your lane. They worry about us coming.
Here comes the blitz. Gets rid of it. Number 37 is there for the tackle at the 49-yard line.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 20, first down.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
The Titans line up in a 4-3.
Let's go.
Fullback handoff. Griffin is there on the stop at the 45-yard line.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force him to pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes him to give up on it here in the first half.
Second and 6. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Danny. Watch each other back.
The Titans with a 4-man front. Rivers with a man in motion.
Get me going.
Hand it off. Beautiful. Starks comes up to make the play at the 35. And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Lucky. We coming to red.
The Titans come out in a nickel package.
Turn it up now. Not today.
They give it to the halfback. Fowler is there for the tackle at the 29-yard line.
When your offensive line is getting a good push up front, it's a lot easier to pick up yardage on the ground.
Second and 3 coming up
Ball
here.
on the 29-yard line.
Only one man in the backfield. Blitz is coming. Stepping up.
This defense is known for their tendency to overload and bring extra men in the blitz. The center and quarterback have to make good reads before the snap, adjusting the protection to give him the time that he needs to make the throw.
Third down here as they try to get it inside the 25-yard line to convert.
Clear. All right, now. I'm coming through, baby.
And they go with the delay. Vandenbos comes up to make the play at the 25.
This is tough running here. Let's watch him as he gets through right here. And he breaks a tackle and keeps moving forward. I tell you, this guy's hard to bring down.
Watch the snap down. Be careful. They soft, man. It's on. Blue down.
Parker in motion.
You got motion. It's showtime, baby. Don't make a play.
With a counter play. Bullock is there for the tackle at the 25-yard line.
They might not be busting off big games, but those linemen are really working hard down there.
1-yard gain on that play. Second and 10.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Yeah, you see that.
Parker comes in motion.
There we go, D. Stay backside.
Fires this one deep. The pass throws incomplete.
You got to take your time and get your receiver involved and he can make a play. He didn't do it there.
Gates was the intended receiver on that play. 13th play of his drive.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Nickel back in this time. Drops back with the pass. This pass is incomplete, and good pressure forced him to get rid of the pass early.
Any way you look at it, an incomplete pass is a heck of a lot better than throwing it to the other guy.
Kading will put them in the lead if he makes this. The try is good.
Not every drive is going to get you a touchdown, so getting 3 was big. Now they got to go over what worked and what didn't, so the next drive will get him a TD.
San Diego is lined up for the kickoff. Williams back to return.
This one is handled by Williams.
Holding on the receiving team.
A team has to show discipline and execute properly out there. If they don't, they'll find it's much harder to overcome the other team and get a win.
Take over the
1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Watch each other back. Watch screen. Get it, son. Yeah, it's on. Ain't no pass.
A little misdirection.
Here it is.
Pushes it. Number 31. Comes up to make the play. White picks up some tough yards there. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and the score is 3-0. Chargers.
3. The Titans. Nothing.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
No, one. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Nickel back in this time. Dropping back. Stepping up. Under pressure. Trying something to the left. It's broken up.
All he can do is look at his hands and wonder what the heck happened.
3rd and 6. Ball on the 17-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Come on.
The Chargers come out in a dime package.
Watch the play. Danny.
Gives the ball off. Number 57 is there for the tackle at the 20. The ball carrier stops short. That'll probably lead to a punt. Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. He signals for a fair catch. It appears they've gotten someone for holding on the play.
Holding on the receiving team. Number 29.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
So they have 1st and 10
Ball
here.
on the 21-yard line.
Hey, score. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Rivers sends a man in motion.
Like the swap. Let's go, D. All day, baby. Come on.
Hands it off to the fullback. Thornton comes up to make the play. At the 24.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very far.
Ball on their own 24.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
There we go, D.
They'll go from the I formation.
Let's go.
Gets the call with the pass. And this pass is completed. They give him time to find a receiver.
Yeah, and with this guy, he doesn't throw it behind them. He doesn't throw it over their head. He throws it where they're going.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, watch that screen.
The Titans come out in a dime package.
Don't stop that
They'll
moment.
pass on 1st down. Closing in. Gets rid of it. Complete from the wide receiver. Hill is there for the tackle at the 47. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and clamping down on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Do something. Watch
The
it.
Titans line up at a 4-3. Vandenbach is there on the stop at the 43-yard line. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Hey, let's go, 1D. Come on. Keep moving.
The Titans come out of a nickel pack. Great fake. Rolling out to his right. Looking left for the long pass. Hold on, we've got a penalty on the play. Let's check it out. Touchdown, San Diego.
Holding on the offense. Number 73.
And they do bring this one back. What a blunder as it takes away points. It's now 2nd and 15 after the penalty.
48-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Rivers sends a man in motion. Hand it off. Runs for the tackle. Harper comes up to make the play at the 33.
LaDainian Tomlinson is one of those backs that'll do it all. If I had to pick one back in the NFL, I don't know, but I might just pick LaDainian Tomlinson.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Get some slack going.
Out of the I formation.
Hey.
Throws it. Nearly intercepted.
That was a good play, turned bad play. Good because their zone defense worked well. Bad because he dropped the interception. That's one he wishes he could have back.
2-minute warning coming
Ball
up.
on the 33-yard line.
Get it up.
The Titans come out on a nickel pack. Dropping back. Pressure. Sack.
Switching to a three-step drop might be a pretty good idea. He has to find a way to get that ball out of there a little more quickly.
They're looking now at 3rd and long after the sack.
Let's go now. Come on. Stay
They'll
back
go
now.
from the I formation.
Nothing. They don't get nothing. Make them take it on. Watch your knee.
Pressure coming on the run. Complete to the wide receiver. Jackson couldn't make it to the marker. And he brings up 4th down.
On the play.
Katie comes into the game to try the field goal. 3 more points added to the board with that successful kick, his 2nd so far. Nice distance. From the 6-yard line.
Kickoff return 16 yards.
The Titans need to score quickly as they start this drive at the 22-yard line. So they have 1st and 10
Ball
here.
on the 22-yard line.
Here I come. Keep it up.
Young scans the defense from the gun. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. There he goes. There he goes. He won't risk trying for more.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
Going to the air on 1st down. Throwing. Knocked away. So they don't get the completion, and the defense got a little lucky there.
The defense needs to remember not to play too soft and give up big gains underneath. But they also don't want to play too tight and end up giving up a big play to set them up in scoring position.
Hey, let's go.
The Chargers come out in a dime package. With the pass, the wide receiver has it. And a new set of downs on that completion. And that's their first conversion of the game.
Here's a no-huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
They'll bring the blitz. Gets the pass off. Incomplete pass. Jew gets to him just as the ball arrives, and he knocks it loose.
He played that well. You know, it looked like he knew exactly where that route was going.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Watch your man. Let's go, B. Let's go.
The Chargers come out in a dime
Let's go.
package.
Be physical. Play hard and fast, baby.
Drops back. Throwing. He finds his man. Number 28 is there on the stop.
What they're doing here is keeping the defense from huddling up. And keeps the same defense on the field.
They're blitzing. Gets rid of it. And it's caught. Jew comes up to make the play. At the 18. Tennessee calls a timeout. They have 2 left. We're just about down to 1 minute.
On the 18-yard line.
Under 10. Don't stop. Don't stop that motor. Let's go, boy.
Only one man back. A little misdirection. Olszewski is there for the tackle.
You know, that didn't work out on that play. But I like what they're trying to do. By running the ball to the outside, they're trying to get the back one-on-one with a cornerback on the outside.
Hey, watch the
If he can
booth.
find a way to get by him, he could bring it a long way.
Go again. You gotta have it, D.
They're blitzing. Under pressure. He held on to it too long.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field. It doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Closing in. The Chargers call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. They'll take another snap.
I'm not sure why he held the ball so long. You've got to get rid of it. Throw it away, especially after he's just been sacked in the previous play.
Number 2 comes in, hoping to put points on the scoreboard for the first time. The attempts and good.
And give credit to the kicker there. It's nice to have a guy that can make your drive worth 3, even if you don't get it into the end zone every time.
Tennessee is lined up for the kickoff.
Sproles.
Back to return.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 2-yard line. Flips the tackle. The last drive stalled, and they settled for a field goal. Now let's see what happens.
The
First and 10.
will start the drive at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
You totaled it up.
The Titans line up in a 4-3. Pressure. Looking left with a long pass. He's got it. Hill comes up to make the play. At the 20. They connect on the long pass.
Yeah, it looked like to me that the defender just relaxed too much on that one. He relaxed in his coverage, and then the receiver went right by him.
They're
1st and 10.
inside the 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
X. Here we go. We coming to roll.
They're inside the 20 and have a 3-point lead.
Clear.
Throws it. Drops the interception.
He's back in his zone. He's reading. He sees the quarterback the whole way, and then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
You can't stop me. Watch each other back.
Rivers from the shotgun. Rolling right. Throwing. Runs over the tackle. And he hits his his target. Touchdown, San Diego.
Holding on the offense. Number 63.
Number 63 is called for holding.
Holding happens on almost every play. It just depends on whether the official sees it and decides to call it.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Rush in.
Tomlinson, the lone back. Rivers with a man in motion. Pressure coming. Trying for the end zone before halftime. He's there for the catch. Touchdown, Chargers. The point after is good.
Big players make big plays, and that scores touchdowns. Give some credit to the linemen out there. They're the biggest guys in the field, and without them, no one gets into the end zone.
Kading will be kicking off. Going with the squib kick. This one is handled by Williams. They turned their last possession into 3 points. Let's see what they do with the ball this time around. Ball on their own 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
No more, fellas. Let's go, let's go.
They'll go from the shotgun. Throws it, and it's complete. Jew is there on the stop at the 46. Jones didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the
Ball
pick.
on the 46-yard line.
All right, let's go. I can do it, baby.
Young from the shotgun. Gay comes in motion.
Watch your eyes. Everything you got. Yeah, you see.
The rush is on. Under pressure, looking comfortable in the pocket. He's there for the catch. Number 29 is there for the tackle at the 4-yard line. At the end of 2, the score is 13-3. Chargers.
13, the Titans 3. We're ready to begin the third quarter of play.
Number 2 comes in to kick off.
Kicking off to start the second half.
He got all of that. This one is handled by Sproles. Sproles accelerates and takes it down to the 25.
The
Ball on their own
Chargers
25.
will start the drive at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Bring it on.
Out of the I formation. Gets rid of it. The 40. Griffin is there for the tackle at the 41-yard line. Johnny has a great touch.
Now you say, what's his strength? What does he do best? Well, you can see it right there. It's his accuracy that puts this guy on a whole nother level.
First
Ball
and
on their
10.
own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Be careful. Do something, do something.
The Titans with a 4-man front.
Strong right. Yeah, what's the hard count?
He gets the count. Thornton is there on the stop at the 47.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
Second and 4 coming up here.
On the 47-yard line.
The Titans come out with 8 guys in the box.
Regular. Let us big time.
With the throw, and he just can't hang it.
He put the ball exactly where you want to put it.
Receiver on the play.
Here are the numbers when it comes to third down conversion.
47-yard line.
The Titans with a 4-man front. He'll test the left side. Griffin brings him down, but they get enough to move the chains.
They did a pretty good job of recognizing what they wanted to. He just got there a little late.
Ball to midfield.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Play football. Not today.
Only one man in the backfield. Dropping back to pass on first down. Throws it. Just can't find a way to bring that one in.
He did a nice job of getting off the line and getting into his pass pattern. But he had the ball bounce right off his fingertips.
Second and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Regular. Nothing. They don't get nothing.
The Titans with a 4-man front.
Do that.
He put off to the back. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. They wanted to pound it through the middle, but they got pounded for a loss.
I'll tell you, that was a perfect time for these guys to call a blitz. They got in there, filled the gaps, and brought down the back for a loss.
Third and 13. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Hey, watch that screen. Stay focused.
Rivers out of the gun.
Here it comes. Hey, let's go one deep.
Blitz is coming. Gets rid of it. Almost picked off. Was the one they were trying to get the ball to. Receiver 37 was there on the coverage. Cyphers is ready to punt this one away. Davis looks like he's ready for the return. This one goes out of bounds.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
Ball on their own 25.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
White, the lone setback. Troop comes in motion.
Come on.
With a counterplay, runs through the tackle. Number 57 is there for the tackle at the 28-yard line. White busted through for a few tough yards. Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Keep it up.
Young scans the defense from the gun. Dropping back, gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Number 29 comes up to make the play at the 33-yard line.
He's really great at working back to the ball. When the pass play breaks down, you can count on him coming back to help you out.
Third and maybe 2.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
It's on. We like the Packers rules. Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Pass it here on 3rd and short. Gets the pass off. 3 has it. The 40. The 20. The 10. Young picks the wrong spot to throw to. It'll be a turnover, John.
Yep, sometimes you think you can sneak one by. Then the defense makes a great play on the ball and beats your receiver to it.
So they're ready to go on offense after the interception. They'll start at the 6-yard line.
What screen?
The last time they were down here, they scored a touchdown.
Get it up.
Give it to the halfback. Number 37 is there for the tackle at the 2-yard line. Thomas with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. It's second and goal at the 2.
Come on. No more, fellas. Turn it up now. Let's go.
Keeps it.
Going.
Touchdown, San Diego.
Great job up front. Watch the line of scrimmage. The linemen get a good clip, and they make just enough room for him to get on through there.
The extra point attempt is good. They capitalize on great field position, John.
Yep, took it right at him with excellent execution of the right call.
San Diego to kick this one
lined up
off.
for the kickoff. Williams back deep to return.
From the 6. The last time the defense was on the field, they forced a bad throw, picked up a takeaway.
The Titans will start the drive at the 29-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go now. On the 10.
He tucks it away. Castillo is there on the stop at the 34-yard line. So after that run, we can see how the two main threats on the ground have fared so far.
Second and 5. Ball on the 34-yard line.
We turning it up. Hey, watch the ball. They ain't got nothing.
Dropping back, rolls right, gets the pass off, gets his hand on it. He somehow got that pass off.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off. When he starts to feel pressure, he gets a little nervous, and he has to get rid of the ball.
Third and 5. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Not today. Nothing. They don't get
Out of the
nothing.
shotgun. Troop the motion
All
man.
day, baby. Come on. Let's go. Be physical. Yeah, let's go, baby.
They give it to the halfback. Merriman stops him for negative yardage. Not getting the first down. That will probably bring out the punter. Pantrick will come in now to punt it away. Parker back to return. From the 18. Excellent pick. Deep and very high.
1 yard. They'll start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Let us big time. We like to crack the rules.
The Titans line up in a 4-3.
Be careful.
Hand it off. Fowler is there on the stop.
He's looked pretty good so far. It's going to be up to the defensive coordinator to make some adjustments and find a way to slow him down.
Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
They soft, man. Get it up.
The Titans come out in a 4-3. Setting up play action with the pass. He's pushed out at the 35.
Daniel Tomlinson is one of the best backs in the league. He has it all. I've watched him and I thought, I don't know if there's a guy that's better at running and catching and blocking and doing all the things that you have to do to be a running back.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Here I come. Get me going.
Hand it off to the back. Spins away from the Bullock is there for the tackle at the 49-yard line. Well, here's a look at his numbers after a nice run, and you can see he's been able to break some tackles. First and 10.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Here we go, baby.
Out of the I formation. On the ball. Great move to get free. And he's brought down at the 49. He records his third tackle of the game. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition.
Second and 9. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Watch out.
Turner, the lone back.
Let's go. Turn it up now.
Hand it off. Breaks the tackle. Fowler is there on the stop at the 45. Turner with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. At the end of 3, the score is 20-3.
The
Chargers.
20. The Titans 3.
The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play. On third down, they have to reach the 41 to convert. And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on third down. To carry it, play action. With the throw, gets his hand on it. Jackson was his intended target. Hill with the coverage. Cyphers would like to place this one inside the 10. And he waves for the fair catch. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Keep the throttle down. Deuces.
Only one man in the backfield.
Be careful. Here we go.
Hand off to the tailback. Castillo is there for the tackle at the 24-yard line. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Gets the pass off. This pass is incomplete. They dropped additional people into the secondary, but still generated an excellent pass rush.
And that gives you a lot of flexibility calling your defense. If the guys up front are good at creating pressure, then you don't have to blitz as often, giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
They'll go with the quarter defense. Henry in motion.
Yeah, you see me. What's the hard count?
The blitz is on. Gets rid of it. Jammer comes up to make the play at the 36-yard line.
This is a guy who comes to play, and he seems to make big catches when they really need him. This time they needed to convert on third down, and he's there for the reception and the first down.
One back. Here I
On the call, making the tackle. Olshansky is there for the tackle at the 40-yard line. They get some decent yardage on the run, but, John, they're using up precious seconds.
What they really need to do is put the ball in the air. Put the pressure on the secondary.
Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
I can do it, baby. Turn it up now.
Young scans the defense from the gun. With the pass, number 29 comes up to make the play.
This is what they have to do. Keep making completions down the field and move the chains. Watch this one. He knows he's got to get the first, and he picks the right guy to throw it to.
Will. Get me going. Danny. So we gonna take it.
Young sends a man in motion. With the counterplay. Great move again. Cooper is there for the tackle at the 42-yard line. 8-yard gain. Second and 1 coming up.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Do something.
The Titans line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Ooh, nearly picked off.
They were in a zone defense in perfect position to make the play. They let it get away.
And this is the 8th play of this drive.
42-yard line.
Put this one in the air, trying to convert. Gets rid of it. Broken up.
He has a great feel for defending the pass. He always seems to be in great position to make a play on the ball.
Jones was the intended receiver on that play.
All right, let's go. Watch each other back. Let's go now. Watch your man. Set.
A little misdirection. Jew comes up to make the play.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the fourth quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense because it keeps them off balance.
Hey, watch that screen. Here we go, baby. Here we come. Stay close now. Let's go.
Here comes the play. Closing in with the pass. Almost intercepted. Number 57 had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover linebacker. He can run with most guys, and he gets good position. Then he reads the pass, and he makes his move. But he'll drop a few like that one.
11th play of this drive.
24-yard line.
Get it up.
The Chargers come out in a nickel package. He gets there and pulls him down from behind.
They got to find a way to give him a little more time back there. The defense was in man coverage, so he had some options out there in the secondary. He just didn't have the time to decide where he wanted to go with it.
After the sack, they'll be looking at 3rd and long here.
Keep it up. This too easy.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Looks to the end zone. Jumps up. He has it. Great job finding his target for a 4th quarter score. Number 2 comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. And they close the gap after the touchdown, making it a 10-point 4th quarter lead. And they'll try the onside kick here because they don't have much of a choice. They have to get the ball back. The onside kick is off from the 39. Hold on, we've got a penalty on the play.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. Number 31, first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Get it started. Let's run, man.
The backs are lined up in an I. Gates goes in motion. Give it to the halfback. Can't pull him down. They're going to spot this one at the 34-yard line. He wraps up the ball carrier. His tackle total is now 4. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
It's on. Go, let's go. Here we go, baby.
Hand off to the tailback. Odom is there for the tackle at the 28. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
2-minute warning coming
Ball
up.
on the 28-yard line.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
The Titans line up in a 4-3.
Do something.
He tucks it away. This one will be spotted at the 22-yard line. Tomlinson with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. The Titans call a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Hand it off. Griffin is there for the tackle at the 14. LaDainian Tomlinson has had a great game so far, now has over 100 yards rushing.
First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
All right, now. Good shoot. Stay at home. We're talking about breathing. Let's go. Hey, watch that screen. It's showtime, baby. Let's go, boys. Play hard and fast, baby. Let's do it, baby. Run.
Bullock is there on the stop
On the
at
run.
the 9.
I'm impressed with their running game. It's a big part of their offense. And they've done a great job taking advantage of blocking up front.
9 yards, they'll be in the end zone.
Ball on the 9-yard line.
It's on. Let's go now. Blue down. Keep moving.
Hands off to the tailback. You're going to spot this one at the 8-yard line. He makes his 5th stop of the game on that play. And now they're 8 yards away from finishing this drive with a touchdown.
Let's go. Watch your eyes. Play it. Get it up. Let's go. Here we go.
Gives the ball off. They'll spot this one at the 5-yard line. The tackle is his 5th of the game. Nothing doing on that running play, so they'll probably send in the kicker.
I think so. When you've got the lead, you don't have to try anything fancy. You just tack on the 3 and put the game in your defense's hands.
They shouldn't have any problems to this attempt. The attempt is good. They get 3 more to go up by 13.
San Diego
will be
is
kicking
lined up
off.
for the kickoff. Williams back deep to
Sends it
return.
sail. From the 4.
If they want a shot in this one, they got to put something together in this drive. There just isn't much time left.
The
Ball on their own
Titans will
23.
start the drive at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
I'm coming through, baby. Defense, get ready. Hey, let's go. Be first.
Pass play here on first down. Throwing. And this pass is completed.
That's a quick decision by the quarterback. The defense didn't have time to react.
9-yard gain. They'll call this play at the line of scrimmage.
That was just a big-time play by the defense. They got low on the defensive line, they pushed the pocket, and they were right there to bring them down.
Third and 3. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Everything you got. Watch in.
They'll go from the shotgun.
Let's turn it up, D. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, no more, brother.
Stepping up, gets rid of it. John, they drew everyone back in coverage. You just couldn't get it to the open man.
You also got to give a lot of credit to the guys up front. They were outnumbered on the line, and they still put on a good pass rush. forcing him to throw before he wanted to.
They'll bring the blitz. Wide receiver has it. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Titans.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
The point after is good. They have to get the ball back quickly, so they're going to try the onside kick. Here's the onside kick from the 41-yard line. Looks like a face mask call, probably the 5-yard
face mask on the defense. Number 31.
The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
So we're going to take it. Run again. Let's go now. There we go, D. Set. Keep it up.
And here's the kneel down by the quarterback. This game reaches its conclusion with the final score, San Diego 23, Tennessee 17. For EA Sports, this is Al Michaels and John Madden wishing you a very pleasant good evening.